Good evening and welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean, and these are some of the top stories we have for you tonight. The VIPD arrests 3 on St. Thomas, an update on the Cokey Point shootout, and we catch up with the governor. These stories and more are up next on News Channel 8. In our top story tonight, it's been a busy time for the Virgin Islands Police Department on St. Thomas. They make headlines today as the men and women in blue nab 3 suspects on charges of illegal gun possession, forgery, and disturbance of the peace. We hand it over to Public Information Officer of the Virgin Islands Police Department, Melody Rames, for the details.
Police on St. Thomas made arrests for firearm possession, forgery, and disturbance of the peace. Javern Lake, age 24, of Estate Smith Bay, was arrested minutes before 9 p.m. on Sunday, July 11th. He was charged with unauthorized possession of a firearm. Police said Lake had a fully loaded Taurus Millennium firearm in his possession. He was placed on a $50,000 bail and remanded to custody. Charles Callender, age 65, of General Gata, was arrested on Thursday, July 8th at about 11 a.m. and charged with forgery, obtaining money by false pretenses, and possession of stolen property. Police were notified of a stolen check that was forged in the amount of $1,200 and then cashed. The police investigation led to the arrest of Callender, who was placed on a $15,000 bail and remanded to custody. Police also arrested George Penn, age 45, of Estate Friedenhoy. He was arrested on Saturday, July 10th at about 4:34 p.m. Penn was charged with disturbance of the peace after threatening a female victim. He was held without bail and remanded to the Bureau of Corrections pending his court appearance.
Thanks, Melody Rames, Public Information Officer of the Virgin Islands Police Department. And we stay on St. Thomas tonight as the story that Channel 8 News broke on Monday is beginning to make world news. Puerto Rico national Liz Marie Perez Chaparro asked her father to take a family cruise aboard the Carnival Victory in place of her quinceañera, her sweet 15th birthday. Now she is the victim of a crossfire and has died of a gunshot wound. Steve Tyson, the prime suspect in this case, turned himself in with a lawyer and was arrested just after 12 noon yesterday following a manhunt. Steve Tyson has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, possession of an unlicensed firearm, assault, and reckless endangerment. Lee Carl, our St. Thomas correspondent, gives us an overview and an update of the Steve Tyson arrest.
At least one chapter of the tragic killing out at Cokey Beach a page has been turned on this as the Assistant Police Commissioner Ray Hyman, along with Police Chief Rodney Carrard, held a brief press briefing following what was called a perp show. We unfortunately didn't get the perp show, so we thank the Daily News and also the source for a shot here of him as he was led down the stairs and taken upstairs, actually. But the police chief and the commissioner, the assistant commissioner, made it quite clear what the details were.
Yes, Lee, earlier today, we arrested Steve Tyson, age 22, in connection with the shooting that occurred at Cokey Point yesterday. Mr. Tyson turned himself into police this, like I said, earlier today, along with his attorney. And he's being held at the Bureau of Correction at this moment. The case is still under investigation, and we also would like to thank the officers, the investigators, and for the diligent work to making this arrest that occurred today. We also want to thank the public for the information that they've been giving us that led to this arrest. We want to ask them to continue calling us with any information that they may have on this case or any other case that we have under investigation.
Assistant Commissioner, there was talk about 3 persons of interest that are being questioned. What's the status of that?
Those people were brought to the investigation bureau, questioned, and they were released.
Okay. Did it turn out that they were a part of it or anything of that sort?
We can't say for certainty at this moment. Like I said, the case is still under investigation.
Okay. Chief Carrard, you were on the scene. You want to give us a sort of a snapshot of what you saw there?
Well, again, let me start out by first saying I want to make sure it's clear and it's understood that the terrorist who was who saw a demise yesterday because of this incident was not a target in this matter. And I want to make sure that point is getting across to everyone. This was a situation that occurred between individuals who did not care when and where they took the situation into their own hands. Whatever their problem was, that led to a stray shot, striking this young lady and causing a demise. So I just want to make sure that people understand that the tourists or visitors here to the island are not a target in a situation, in this situation or any other situation. It's just unfortunate that the young individuals who have differences between themselves are taking the matters into their own hands wherever and whenever. And the police department is, again, doing everything possible to get to the bottom of this situation and every other situation. And again, like the assistant commissioner said, the continued assistance to the community yesterday proved that, again, they came forward with information. They're still calling with information, and we're hoping for further arrest in the near future.